Hello, my beautiful monkeys. Welcome to Chart Monkeys episode. I think we're at 6 now.
8.
No.
Yeah.
We've been doing this 2 months?
Yeah, this is episode 8.
Oh, wow. Dude, I love this show, by the way. I love this show. It's so good. It's
I
so
do like
fun.
it as well.
Well, welcome back, guys. Good to see you. Home stretch of the year. Like, right, we're rounding that corner to, like, the end of it all. Maybe actually the end of everything. Maybe the end of the bull market. You could probably debate that. Actually, we are going to debate that a little today. But end of the bull market, end of NFTs for sure. Maybe not, though. We'll also get to that, too. But feeling really uncertain out there. Are you feeling like I am about that?
Yeah, but I'm really trying to keep it like grounded. Because if you're here, I don't think you can feel any way but that right now. You can still have hope, and you can still think like, oh, this is what it feels like when we're kind of in the depths of hell. But you kind of know, like, we do come out of it. Like, we come out of it. What does it look like? Is it what it used to be? Is it a new version? We just got to stick around to see like what crypto brings us. And so, yeah, it's, I think it's really normal to be in your feels, which I absolutely have been.
Well, you have been?
Well, okay. Like, for context, that doesn't mean like work stops, right? But it's like, yeah, it's hard to look around while like, you know, your fucking city is burning, you know, and be like, it's great. It's that meme of like, it's fine, you know, while the room's on fire. You know the fire department's coming. The fire will be out at some point. But like, does your side of the street get the fire department last? I don't know. So I think it's kind of normal.
I like it, man. Well, okay, here's the deal. Never unplug, because you never know when opportunities are coming. I'm not a touch grass kind of guy. I'd say never unplug and never unalive yourself. You just stay around. Stay around. I think the good times are maybe coming.
It's good advice.
Thank you.
If you think back to last year, right around this time, like literally about 1 month from now, things weren't like crazy hot, and Trump dropped his shitcoin, right? And that was kind of out of the blue.
Yeah.
It was Friday night. And so, like, yeah, to your point, don't unalive yourself. Stick around. You don't know when the next thing's gonna happen.
Next week, let's see. I think our show next week or the week after is on. Next week is on New Year's Eve.
No, next week
2 weeks
is
from now.
Christmas, sir.
Oh my God! All right, are we doing a show next week?
Christmas Eve show?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Okay. Yeah. What about New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure. I think on New Year's Eve we should do like a year in review kind of thing. We should have the community send us like top moments, highlights, whatever. Like let's do it justice. Let's like really celebrate the year, even if we end on a down note. And I don't think we fucking are. I don't think we are. So, dude, let's get into some market talk. And there's so much to talk about. By the way, guys, this is the official CyberKong show. We're coming at you live on Twitch right now. It's twitch.tv/chartmonkeys. We're live on YouTube, but don't watch there. Or if you're watching there, like come over to the Twitch side. Also on X, but definitely go follow the CyberKongs on X. It's at CyberKongs. Man, let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Like super... I'm just telling you, interesting week. Look, Zero Hedge says buy nicotine, energy drink, candy stocks. I think it's great advice. I think it's great advice. Like I don't know if it's like the nihilist in me, or I don't know. Something's changing. You got crypto bros who are moving full time to the stock market. I don't know if you catch any Thread Guy streams, but that audience is like stocks now, which I like. I think it's smart. I don't know if they're about to lose all their gains in the stock market. I don't know, but there's different things to invest in that we should probably be like broadening our horizons to. But that I think is kind of an interesting play.
Nicotine drinks and candy? Stocks
in those companies.
That sounds awesome.
Get ready for Party USA. Party in the USA. I love it. Okay, look, well, I was going to say half a joke. I don't think it's a joke. I think that kind of makes sense. And I've told you this a few times, okay? I saw another tweet about the 6-7 meme. Dave Portnoy or Barstool Sports tweeted out, right? Like that is going so strong. Everybody's doing that thing still. And like I've told you, I think that's like the craziest thing happening. Like, and I fucking stand by this. I think that shows like at our core, we're looking to celebrate together and we're looking to have a little fun and like nothing else matters for 10 seconds. There's like a feel good thing bubbling up, dude. I can sense it. I know we don't feel it in crypto right now, but I sense it's right there, and it's just about to come out. Just about.
Yeah, yeah. I think we'd be foolish to say it can't. But I know we'll kind of get into that. We'll dive deeper.
Okay. Imagine this scenario. Okay, the fuck, dude. I'm debating if I want to go here now or just wait till like deeper in market talk. But look, okay. Imagine the scenario if the golden age really comes, if Trump ushers in this really special kind of thing. It's like the economy that's fueled by AI and robotics and quantum computing and all that stuff, right? That's like the dream he's kind of talked about and promised. And that might be what he's talking about tonight, by the way. He's got a presser, I don't think a presser, it's a
He's addressing the nation at 9 p.m. Probably from the Oval Office, I assume, but definitely from the White House.
Yeah. So, like, the thought is he's going to talk economy and maybe policy next year or something like that. And I just keep feeling the what if thing. The what if thing. What if things actually get better? Oh, goddamn, I know it's hopium, but what if things get better? I was thinking a lot about AI and, that scenario, jobs get replaced, right? Or jobs, you become more productive because of AI, right? That conversation we have all the time, right? Something hit me. I went in like this weirdo autistic trance the other day, and I sit there and like just thinking lots of thoughts. And I'm like, dude, what if it's the other thing that I talk about with you, which is like the biggest problem in the world is how overworked everybody is. When we went, it's not the internet that corrupted people and like, like algorithms fueling like hate and, that kind of stuff. Like, I think it's the 24/7 job thing. That internet comes, now everybody's open 24/7. In a way, you're always working. Even if you're not working, you're checking your emails, you're replying to people. You are working anytime, anywhere. It's not 9 to 5 anymore. It hasn't been for decades. What if AI makes it where we go back to like the traditional old-fashioned 9 to 5 because AI is making you more productive? It's you on autopilot in the off hours. What if we just have our short days because of it? I don't know. I'm going where I'm thinking these dream scenarios aren't like super crazy anymore.
That could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that could happen. I just think I think we have an addiction to screens right now. So like that could all happen where our efficiency goes up on the work side. I don't know how you break I don't know how you break that addiction and that addictive cycle of checking your email, checking X, checking this, checking that. I mean, people literally have to fucking detox, right? They're like,
Yeah.
hey, I had to get away from everything for a few days. It's tough to do. So like, yeah, I'm really curious to see where AI takes us and how that how that helps us in the workforce. Does it get to where you're saying soon? Maybe not soon, but like, sure.
Have you sensed that all your kids are like more open to unplugging? And like, you seen that article from like Ben Roy this week about like internet addiction and wanting to get off more?
No, my kids are not like open to that.
Oh, all right.
No.
Okay.
In fact, my oldest is heading to Australia right now. She lands in a few hours, and she found out when she was at the gate in LA that there is no internet on that flight. And I think that flight from LA to Sydney was like, I think she left last night at midnight my time, and she gets in at 3. So you're talking like 15 hours.
That's brutal.
And Nikki was telling me that like, I don't know to what degree she was freaking out, but I think she was kind of like going to be unplugged for 15 hours.
Yeah, that's kind of brutal. Like if you're stuck on a spot, that's where you should use the internet.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
But like, yeah, super viral tweet. Ben Roy, crypto guy, right? Got 3.5 million impressions or views, and it's all about and everybody's like, it's about unplugging and how gross it is and whatever. And like everybody's replying, like, yeah, dude, I'm kind of over it too. And maybe that's bear market talk, but I don't know.
It's to a degree, it kind of sucks when your job involves like being in tune, being in touch when like so much of what we're all trying to do is to find the next thing or to be present in the thing that you're doing. It is hard to unplug. I've gotten, I mean, it's pathetic to say like I've gotten better because like when I get home and I eat dinner, I make sure like my phone's not with me. I don't want my phone there. By the time I walk through the door, which is usually after like a voice chat with Kongs, we've been chatting for an hour and a half or so. By the time I walk in, I'm just, dude, I'm done. It's almost like the same exhaustion you get from like going to the gym or doing like a HIIT class or something. Yeah. You're just like, man, I'm fucking done with this. Yeah. So it would be nice to have a culture where it didn't feel like you needed to be around all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe we get there. Man, onto the market, but this caught me off guard right before we went live. We had a little rebound this morning. Okay, markets look like ass the past couple of days. We don't know. Nobody knows, by the way. It's like is it fueled by the rate hikes in Japan that's coming? Is it leverage traders getting wiped out? Is this literally the end of the cycle and it's just playing out organically? I don't know. But either way, this morning we got right back to 90K. Felt good. A lot of us are still betting on a Santa rally, which by the way, I learned the definition of, which is it's a rebound the last 5 days of the month and the first 2 days of January. So like still in play. But I'm like, okay, is this maybe the start of us heading in that direction? I was hoping, getting that hopium. Dude, dead before it got the chance to start. Back down to, I want to say we might have touched 85. We're at 86 now. What the fuck is going on, man? Like, what the actual fuck is going on in the market?
Okay, I have a question. I don't know the answer to this, and I feel like I asked this in Kongs the other day. We were talking about it in VC. You remember back in, let's say, 2021, definitely in 21, where there would be, a real volatile move in Bitcoin, in crypto in general, because everything will follow, right? Yeah. And we'd read about like $50 million was liquidated in the, in crypto. And then like it's gone up and up and up, where like when we see 100 mil, we don't even blink anymore. 100 mil at one point, you'd be like, holy shit, 100 mil was liquidated. My question is this. I'll use a basic example. If you were leverage trading Bitcoin, or let's say anything in crypto, like a major, if you were leverage trading $1 with 50x leverage, so you're actually trading 50, right? When that gets wiped out, are they counting the 50 or are they counting the dollar as, as a loss? When they're like 500 million has been lost in crypto in the last 24 hours.
They count it separate, and I'm trying to remember the wording they use for, one side or the other. God, I'm trying to remember, man. I'm trying to remember. But they'll sometimes like make that point. Like they'll distinguish it.
So like in liquidations, I imagine they're talking leverage trading.
Maybe.
I know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, imagine we had a show called Chart Monkeys and we have no fucking clue what we're talking about. Because it just made me think so much of what's happening, and I know this is not a novel idea, is like so much of what the market is right now is perps. It's just people leveraging.
I hate the leverage shit, but it is what it is. Marty Party brought up something interesting this week, and I think this is a newer thing that people are starting to see and think about or whatever, but saying that he thinks the biggest thing impacting the market right now, and actually since 1010, the great liquidation event, right? Biggest a $19 billion liquidation event, biggest we've ever seen in crypto. So we thought something broke. We thought there's more to that story. I think there is. I'm going to trust Marty because I think he's like right on with I think he's right on. I mean, he does his research, all that. He's saying it's China. He's saying this is China that's dumping Bitcoin, that they've offloaded 194,000 Bitcoin. Since when, I don't know, but more aggressively selling off since 1010. Like 2 weeks ago, they shut down a mining company, and I can't remember the name, but they shut off 400,000 to 500,000 Bitcoin miners, dropping the hash rate down 8%. So like, it was major. That has an impact in the market over the course of a few days. It's not a big thing, but it does show China is cracking down on crypto, on Bitcoin. So maybe where there's smoke, there's fire. Maybe it's more than that. Again, Marty's really good with, look, he tweets about stuff when he knows, and he's got data to back it up. So I think he's probably right here. And maybe that's the biggest thing that's been happening here for over the past 2 months now. China. Thank you, China.
I think we're being called out as retarded people. $1 is $1, you fools.
Thank you, sir.
It is. Yeah. That's why you tune into the show. You get to learn things like $1 is $1. No, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I think it's still fair to ask because there's things like even on, let's say, well, anywhere, prediction markets, though, I look at notional volume, right? There's other things. Yes, there you go. And that's what we're trying to say is, are they showing that net $50 loss? Like in prediction markets, they'll count notional volume. You'll see the total size of the positions. But there we go. So NFT addiction help. By the way, I like the name.
I do too. I really like the
name. I think he tunes into the other show, by the way, I think. But anyway, real dollars lost. Real fucking dollars lost, bro. And China helping us lose more.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what like I I don't know what's in it for China unless they have a major short position. But yeah, I think we know there's all kinds of fuckery going on, and when you're bringing in governments and institutions, you just amplify all of that.
Worrisome shit though, dude. Like really, like kind of, and then we've got kind of the deck stacked against us right now in the short term. Like we kind of do. The tariffs are probably going to be ruled illegal, which might be good. Might be good for the markets on announcement or on ruling. I don't know, but if you're talking inflation, like it might end up being good. But I don't think the market's going to love this one side or the other on that ruling. Anyways, don't know.
When is the ruling due on this?
Very soon, because Trump's starting to tweet about it more now. So it's soon. I don't know if that's days or weeks, but really, really soon. I would imagine. I don't know. I would imagine maybe pulling this out of my ass, but before the government shut down next month, which we have looming over us again too. There's just so much hanging over.
What a mess that would be. What a mess that would be. Just the tariffs, the companies that are suing them to make sure that they're in line to get their kind of tariff refunds, consumers who've had to pay higher costs, who obviously don't get refunded. It's just messy. If it happens that way.
And do we have to pay it back? And I had looked at Polymarket earlier today, and it's only like we'll just trust that people voting might know, but it's only like a 20% chance we have to pay it back. So maybe they rule it's illegal and we don't have to, part with the however many billions we've brought in, which is a better scenario. I think that would be worst case scenario, is repaying all that, but
probably would be just lots of lawsuits over it.
Yeah.
And so it just drags it out a little longer.
Not good.
But
good.
Like tonight, Trump is probably going to do a victory lap or 2 or 3. But I will be curious to see what he says about his agenda for 26. Just be curious to see how AI, if crypto makes it into the conversation. It'll be interesting to see. I'm definitely going to tune into it.
Barron's going to tell him to pump his bags, right?
He's got to.
He's got to.
And Trump is so deep in crypto. He's here with us, don't love everything he's doing, but like pump our bags. Where were we before his inauguration?
Inauguration.
I feel like we hit 90 or so when he got elected, but I just can't remember exactly where Bitcoin was.
I think we were higher.
January 20th, January 21st, something like that.
Because I think I saw that we are. God, I think we're going to find out in a second. I think we were higher. January what? 20th?
He was the 20th or 21st.
Yeah, we were over 100. We were like 105 or so.
Yeah, okay. But you know what? You look at that chart and it doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't look. I mean, it depends how much lower we go.
I am, no matter what, whichever side happens, I'm a this time is different guy. It has to be. It does have to be different next year. If it's a bear market, it's going to be different. We've never had rate cuts in a bear market, at least crypto bear market. We've never had rate cuts during it. Only the opposite, right? We either had the start of quantitative tightening or rate increases. We've never had. That's very weird. That would be very different for us.
Also, I'm not saying we're getting stimulus checks, but if the average household gets $1,000 to $2,000, like in additional tax refunds this year, that could be interesting.
Yeah,
I prefer it wasn't through like tax refunds, and I wish they were just sending checks.
Yeah, baby.
But and it doesn't. It's crazy. It doesn't seem like a lot of money.
No, these days, no, dude, no.
You're like, oh, okay. So like, I'm assuming like, if a married couple's getting a couple $1,000s, you're like, okay, like I'm not going to be mad to get a $2,000 check in the mail, or
you burn through it within a month. It'll be gone.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, you can maybe get like one thing. It's probably not going to be a JPEG.
Dude, people are going to pay off their fucking Klarna loans and shit, or whatever it's called, right? Everybody did like the like pay as you go and whatever stuff for like Christmas shopping. And they may that. I mean, dude, we saw people are buying shit on credit like crazy right now. That's another big thing looming. It's not good, dude. The Clarity Act, so market structure bill, delayed. Yeah. Don't know if you saw, delayed. So not this month, kicked to till January. And if we get that government shutdown, if they don't pass this by end of January, maybe it doesn't happen, and which is hard to see, but maybe it doesn't happen and also get not good. Because like midterms, people think this is not an issue voters care about now. So they drop this, and maybe they drop it. I don't imagine that happens. Trump is starting to talk about it too, saying, well, we can talk about appointing some Democrats, on the CFTC and SEC, right? Which is what they want to pass this. That's what they're bargaining with. So he tweeted or truthed or whatever they call it over there, or something about that. So.
Well, and they still have to handle what's going on with the Affordable Care Act subsidies ending this month, because there's a lot of people who are going to end up paying like just a lot more in insurance premium. So I just think, I don't want to say they have a perfect storm. I think they got a lot they got to sort through on the on the government side, and none of it looks great. Like hard for me to picture, even though I know he will. Hard for me to picture a victory lap tonight. He'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's like, man, you're way out of touch. And I read an interesting thing yesterday. Like, he's losing the suburbs. His
shit.
Yeah, like his approval rating went down like I think about 16 points in the last like 30 to 60 days in the suburbs. So like the people that voted for him in the suburbs that were voting, just maybe they hated him, but they were voting for a different economy. They're not seeing it. They're not buying it.
You know what though? Does that matter less and less? Like, we're so, like, what's the word? We just get more reactionary as we go, right? I would just expect the longer we go, the more that's just normal. Like, Trump is just kind of at the leading edge of that because he like gets that reaction from people. I almost don't think it matters to him, because he was just as up. He was just as popular on the other side, right? So as quickly as that can swing, it's gonna happen again.
It can. It's just whatever he's done in the last year, even if it's been like, I just don't know enough to say like, well, you can make a case on both sides. Tariffs have been good. Tariffs have been bad. Healthcare subsidies going away is good. Oh, healthcare subsidies going away is bad. Whatever side you're on, the reality is like where it matters to most people is like, what's the overall sentiment? Does it feel like I'm making more money? Does it feel like the cost of goods has gone down or up? And I think most people are just kind of feeling, to your point, putting things on like layaway or paying things over time, because like rich people are getting rich. The wealthiest of the world are still getting extremely wealthy. It's everybody else that I think suffering a bit. So yeah, I think he's got an uphill battle right now.
Yeah, man, crazy. Yeah, dude, it's wild seeing some of this stuff in front of your face. Like, we know crypto's felt bad, but seeing some of these charts, ETH has been red 8 months out of the year here. It'll be 9. Of course, if we close December in the red, only time that's happened before was 2018. Just a kind of awful year. Okay. And so everybody's doing what we're doing, just trying to talk through it, think through it, have their take on what's going on, try to understand what's coming next that moves this one way or the other. Dougie here, and I got to drop it in the chat. If you guys haven't read it, you should. It's the best article I've seen on crypto in a minute. It's like it's a really great write-up, but it's pretty long. And I don't know that he's saying anything profound either, but like it's just a good read to reset yourself if you're not, maybe not seeing it the way he is, because I think he's right. Okay, TLDR, and I think we should get into this a little bit. He's saying crypto's dead, and he's not saying, and he starts it this way, doesn't mean prices going to zero, even though we know that happens to most things. Doesn't mean chain stop producing blocks, stable coins, doesn't mean anything about the tech or really tokens, but what it means is the bubble we've been in and the easy mode and the airdrops and the fun and craziness, and that's dead. That's over. And the people here right now are hanging on to a thing that isn't coming back. The bubble inflated. Bubble maybe didn't pop, but whether it popped or it's just dissipating, it's dissipating into the rest of the world. Adoption is happening, and it's happening really fast. And it's like, it didn't explode. That didn't go away. It's literally happening. And this is what it looks like. We're not onboarding people into our culture, into our cult. We're not onboarding them here online with us. We're seeing our tech meet them where they're at. And I like the take a lot. And if he's right, and if the idea is, okay, the thing we're hanging on to, hoping it comes back, doesn't, because it's not here anymore. It's just spread out. It's just spread out. It's not coming back like it was. Maybe that helps you, rethink things and adjust how you trade and what you're doing here in the space. It's a very good write-up, though. What do you think of that idea?
I think we're like if you hear that or you read it and then you feel it and it feels right. I think there's something there. I think it's an acknowledgement of what we've already kind of known for the past, I'm going to say, I don't want to say a year, but probably about a year, but you weren't sure. Trump comes in office in January. Does that usher in sort of a new age of crypto, right? It did on the institutional side. And to his point and to what you're saying, like we've seen more adoption in the mainstream side of things. In our little niche, like let's just talk NFTs as an example, airdrops, farming, things like that. It's, when I say it's dead, there's people who still think, yeah, there's gains to be made out there. There's free mints, there's cheap mints. You can make $10, you can make $12. You can get the occasional thing like flogs, which I feel like at this point is like maybe a 2 or 3 times a year type of event, where you can make $1,000. But I think how it was, where like you just need a whitelist and something's gonna run to I'm not even talking multiple ETH, a quarter ETH.
Yeah.
0.15, 2x a mint. That was 0.08. That just feels like the space is kind of given up on that idea. And that even if that you're just going to be met with, oh, you're grifting, cash grab, etc. Regular punks that launched last week after Basel, which when I say it had support from Beeple, like Beeple talked about it, that's something that in the day would have had some hype. And like GG's to the founder, made 200K. I'm sure he's putting some of that into the game. But like in the end, so it went under mint price pretty quick within, I think, 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
I made a little gain on it. I think I made $12.
Nice.
But it's really, man, it's hard to see what it was becoming what it's going to be. I'm getting myself into that mode of like recalibrate, recalibrate to what this new thing is, where like, dude, you're not going to make thousands of dollars on a mint. You're probably not making hundreds of dollars on a mint. If you're going to make some money on this, you're going to be like happy with like under $50. And even $50 on a mint right now is like, wow, cooked.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel that. And yeah, it worries me a bit, man. It worries me. And I just keep thinking for like Kongs, when I think of like, so what are we doing? What are the impactful things you can do? And it's like, well, you keep the community going. You keep having a place where people can bring the opportunities to hang around for the next thing that works. Because otherwise, like, what is it? Like, otherwise, what is it? Why is anybody buying anything? I'm not saying we're shifting the conversation to NFTs, but can we talk Pudgies for a second?
Oh, yeah.
Just because, like Pudgies posted last week, I think, that they're going to be on the Sphere Christmas Day. Great for them. Like, do I think that that's impactful? Man, it sounds so fuddy to be like, not at all, because it's not impactful right now. Whatever they spent on that advertisement, $500,000, like whatever that is going to have zero effect right now. And the thing is, they know that. They're not dumb over there. They know that. So they're building for this thing in the future. And the thing okay, this is going to be long for a second, but you're going to have a great take on this. You know how we had a thesis on ordinals, which I still have. I still have a thesis on ordinals as to why it makes sense, why those can still run. We had it on runes, okay? But like, I don't have that thesis on runes anymore. It's gone. It's just, There is no thesis on runes. I don't see that ever coming back. But I still see ordinals having a potential. The thesis of the IP play of Web3, Doodles, Pudgy being the leaders of those, I'm losing that thesis. I don't see it, because I'm like, man, for that to matter, don't you need to be around for a long ass time for anybody to actually care? And how much treasury do you have to do impactful things for a sustained amount of time for anybody to care? And why does crypto have anything to do with that? This used to be a thing you would say all the time. Like, what does the blockchain do? Like, what does the blockchain do that makes it better? And I'm starting to lose. I still think on the degenerate side of things and people who are just straight up gambling, of course, this space makes tons of sense. That's why we see prediction markets doing so well. But on the NFT side and going down the lane of like, we're playing the IP play, I'm losing that thesis very quick. And I've not heard a great explanation as to why I'm wrong on it.
Yeah, dude, it's so interesting because there's so many parts to it. Okay, why does the IP play matter? I can't I can't tell you it does. I'm believing right now. I bought into the hopium from years ago. You know what I mean? Like the same IP story that you were sold and everybody here who was into NFTs was sold, that there's like a better way for creatives. I wouldn't know because I'm not creative in that way. I'm not creating new like IP and trying to build off of it. I'm not doing that. So I don't understand it. It's not my world. So I'm trusting people who are creative that tell us that there is something broken in the real world, in the traditional world, just like the crypto industry has been telling us the traditional like financial system's been broken and crypto is the solution. Brian Armstrong still says it. He's tweeted it just yesterday. I believe him. I believe it's broken. It's why Visa's settling stablecoin, payments in well, say, completing them. What's the word here? Completing them, settling them in same day, right? That's new for the financial world. It used to be you wait Saturday, Sunday. We know that's true, that system is broken. I'm trusting those other guys that the world of content, IP, creative stuff is also broken. We got to watch Claynosaurs and see if it really, really is. Like, is it really broken? Because they're building a whole content platform, right? They're telling us it's broken and this kind of thing is the solution. I don't know if it is or isn't. I couldn't speak on it, right? But I'm going to trust the people who do that shit to tell us. We heard this real quick. We heard from people with that Netflix acquisition of Warner Brothers, right? That's still going on right now. It's going to take a year. But we heard the problem that's going to lead to is the exact problem that Web3 is trying to solve. Crypto NFTs are trying to solve. This fucks over creatives, right? It doesn't fuck me over as a customer, really. I'm still hopefully going to get to see the same stuff. But the argument is there's less competition out there. You're going to see lower quality stuff, right? Creatives are going to have a harder time getting their stuff in front of somebody who's willing to make a bet on them. I'm trusting those creatives that the system is broken and that there is something here. But I don't know.
Yeah, but like, no, and it could be same thing. Like, I don't know enough about IP or content creation to be like, oh yeah, here's the cog in the wheel. But like abstract and streaming, nobody cares, right? I know that's going in a little bit of a different direction, but like nobody cares. PumpFun with streaming, nobody cares. I think I read yesterday like 7 people were I think this was around like evening time, East Coast time. There was like 7 people streaming.
No shit. Wow.
We already have places like YouTube, Twitch, even like TikTok, Instagram for people to post content. I don't see. Yeah, I don't see it. And I just, part of me wonders, would it be better for these crypto projects like Pudgies, like Doodles, to hold their treasury a little bit tighter and not blow it on stuff that just doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm sure they can make an argument of why it does matter. Force the brand in front of people. Eventually it matters. But I'm like,
that's where I lean. I lean right there. It's like kind of like a proof of work. You got to stay busy. You got to show you can do these things. So when that thing gets figured out, or they get to the point where they figure it out themselves, they're positioned to be the leaders in that thing. They're the part of that conversation of fixing the thing, cracking the code, winning for their community.
But who wins? Who wins in that?
We're hoping community wins.
How?
Money. That's how we judge everything, right? Money.
Why? Let me get deeper on that. Like, why do they win? Right? Pudgies does whatever. Doodles does whatever. Massive collaborations. Care Bears, Doodles, with all the things that we've talked about so many times on the show. And I don't hate Doodles. Like, this is not hating on Doodles. This isn't hating on Pudgies. Partnership with Care Bears, right? Great for you. Like, I guess that's great for you. Like, you spent money on a partnership, great for brand awareness. But like, what does that mean to the person who bought a Pudgy Penguin for $15,000? It's certainly, with the people in the space right now, the players that you have to choose from right now, which are us. It's you, it's me, it's everybody in the space, it's anybody who's watching. We don't care. We don't care at all. So the thing is, in order for that to start meaning something, don't you need more people to come in and more people that are like, oh my gosh, I saw this on the Sphere or whatever. I've seen years of this stuff. And they partnered with, Care Bears, or they partnered with Universal Studios. And you're like, yeah, that's great. I think it's cute. I think it's cool. Just explain to me, why do I buy the JPEG for 15 grand?
Yeah.
Now I can make the argument with Kongs, and I'm not even like, dude, I'm past the point of thinking like Kongs are here when everybody else is here. I don't think that at all. I'm very realistic about who we are, what we've done, and who we are right now in this moment. At least I can make an argument that, like, if you are struggling out there to swim, if you don't know where should I be looking, what are the types of things you can even win on, tell me about prediction markets, tell me about this, what's the next free mint, tell me about base or say or ordinals. At least I can be like, no, dude, in this community, you got a bunch of sharp people who are out there and they're looking these things up, and the value is there. The value isn't Henry. The value is like the people in the community that are always sharing and bringing things to the table. But I don't know what the value proposition is for owning a JPEG of a company who's just trying to expand their IP. It's great for Pudgies as a brand if that means something to their bottom line, but I don't know how it equates to $15,000-$20,000 prices of JPEGs.
Yeah, I mean, luxury item is part of it, and for who? So we'd like, right, for who right now? If nobody cares and they're not cool anymore, whatever. But is it enough to just say we still don't know the answers yet, but we believe there's something there, and we'd like seeing them building towards, towards that time?
Is it enough? No. I think this is the same idea that we believed in 21, that it matters. I think it feels like that thesis is the same thesis that we thought in 21 being executed right now, right? So it's like you thought like, okay, Web 2 coming in. Every single Web 2 company, whether it was Porsche, whether it was Michelin tires, whether it was Lamborghini, like you name it, anybody who stepped foot in this space, Pepsi, Coke, Budweiser, anybody who did anything here, didn't matter. It was all vaporware. Nobody gave a shit about any of that. We thought we would. So then it was like, yeah, but if the Web 3 can bridge the gap to Web 2 and start partnering, collabing, et cetera, that's where it could be. We've seen it time and time and time and time again, and doesn't matter. Like none of that matters. So I'm like, to continue to go down that path and be like, no, we just a little bit further ahead. It could be. I'm not saying it's not. But it just feels like it's that same thing that we thought it could be, have seen the results of what it kind of has done so far. And it's like, well, at some point you just admit that, like, guys, honestly, like, cut it all down. I know people spent a lot of money on this stuff. I know investors spent a lot of money in, pre-sales. And in the end, it's a casino. It's a fucking casino in the end. You can call it whatever you want. But like in the end, it's just a casino, right? And if you don't think it's that, if you think you're building the next really fucking cool thing, show me why your thing is so different than everything else that we've seen that's not built anything really fucking cool.
Yeah. Fuck, I feel retarded because there's like, I believe still. I believe there's something there. But the only example I can still show you right now, and it isn't even launched really, it's still Klanos. That platform they launched called... man, what is this called? Hang on, I'm going to pull it up. Do you know what I'm talking about at all?
Like I remember Claynosaur, like, and I think Claynosaur is deep on like the animation or content side of things, but I'm not like involved in the ecosystem. I can't remember what they were.
Yeah, I'm going to find it real quick. It's newer. I don't know if stuff's really live there yet. It's definitely like tokens, and again, we're right back to where we were, tokenize everything kind of stuff. Hebrew. It's that Hebrew platform, which was like literally put out there as the solution to the Netflix, the problem that's, creating. It's a way for content to get discovered and, funded to build out new IP. Again, does it work? Can this break into the mainstream? Can they attract great talent that can make this IP that becomes this worldwide phenomenon, like a Pudgy, maybe. And if you do that, then can you make it translate to the people who backed you early make a lot of money? Not just like you make a little, like, can they make them make a lot of money? Because all of a sudden then we're cooking. That's where the magic was supposed to be. You're supposed to make a lot of money from being early to betting on something that matters, right? That was the dream, owning the next Disney, owning the next whatever. But the fact that you could do that with like every single IP potentially, that was the dream. So can they do it? We'll see. I think it's too early for this, but I get, and I'm with you on these takes, I'm with you on all of it because it's not here now and it's hard to see. And I'm still not even, I'm not convinced that it's so broken that you need a solution. How many times do we see things that are built for the sake of just building a thing and try to tell people there's a problem, but I don't know if there actually is. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure that there's a problem versus like, no, this is just a reflection of what all of this has been and what it actually is. I said this during meme coin meta. Like, I think meme coins, they just revealed to us what all of this really was in the end. They pulled a lot of liquidity out of NFTs because people realized, like, oh, these are far more liquid, easier to trade, and it short tracks everything. Like, a shitter could run, within a handful of minutes, and you could make generational wealth on some of them. And it peeled away the experience we used to have, which was like, oh, did I get a whitelist? Did I grind for a whitelist? Now I have the opportunity to buy this thing. And like, we can pretend we all cared about the art, but we didn't really care about the art. You cared about the floor price. And so then you got to mint this thing, right? Maybe it was Gas Wars, and that was kind of fun. Maybe it was the whitelist when those came out, but you got this thing. And then at that point in time, everything that happened before that whole adventure, right? That got you to the same place as a shitcoin. I own this thing now. What can I do with it? I can sell it. Now there was a time where like maybe you could get some merch from it or whatever thing, maybe it gave you access to earn more in their P to E scheme. But like in the end, it just shitcoins peeled back what NFTs ultimately were, which is gambling. And I'm not saying that we don't come back. I'm not saying that there's not going to be opportunities in NFTs. There will be. In fact, I still prefer that experience I just referred to. I don't know if it's nostalgic for me. I still like that system. Oh, I got a whitelist. Oh, what did I reveal? I like that. There's something about that that's more fun to me than just buying a shitcoin. But I think the numbers kind of show that most people don't really care about that. A lot of people have exited right now. Liquidity is dry. And it's just... I know it only takes one to get us back into that mode, one runner where we can squeeze a few more out, but it's harder for me to see that, not with everything that's been going on for months.
I found a buddy of mine I saw said something similar this morning. It just takes one whiff, one early coin. I'm like, it's true. It doesn't take much to ignite this thing. And also I just don't feel like this is the market, but it can all change so fast. All right, let's do, and I'll leave it to the chat. Whoever gets it first, chat or you, choose your own adventure mode for next topic, which is the PumpFun lawsuit, which is maybe our next Black Swan event. Maybe, hang on NFTs a bit, or tokens. Let's say projects getting acquired and their token gets left behind. We had another one of those this week, and I think that's about the worst thing coming to this space if that keeps happening.
If nobody says anything, I know where I want to go.
Let's hear. We'll give him a second. But where do you?
I want to talk PumpFun. I think it's just kind of an interesting topic. I don't think it's a black swan, but I've read the comments and I could see where people might think that. So,
well, let's do it. Let's get there.
Do it.
All right. This is not new. I want to start out by saying that not new. There was like fucking rumblings of this earlier this year. I was seeing tweets out there saying, wait till you guys hear about the team, the PumpFun team that's front running you on everything. That was out there. And we got even past that at some point early in the year of like talk about a lawsuit or investigation. That for some reason didn't really catch back then. I remember talking about it on my show. I remember bringing it up and I'm like, why is this not catching on? Why is this not like the loudest thing on crypto Twitter? It's kind of getting there now. I wouldn't say it's the loudest thing, but everybody's finally realized it's a thing, which is there's a lawsuit. And I want to be real clear. There's either two things going on here, a lawsuit and a separate investigation, or there's an investigation that's being reported as a lawsuit that's not really there. Like, I'm not sure, like there's a little difference there, I guess, but there's this post put out there yesterday that Mert from Solana replied to and said, it's not a lawsuit. It's an investigation. This is common with anybody who's big. People try to get you. But it's a RICO thing too, which is crazy.
Okay. Real quick. I don't think this is an investigation. Let me rephrase that, because this is by Berwick law. This isn't by the Southern District of New York. This isn't by the SEC. This isn't being handled by a prosecutor. This is a private law firm that is filing I'm pretty certain it's a class action lawsuit.
I think you're right there.
I know somebody that was in contact with Berwick and like has had emails that have updated him, had to submit like his wallet and some proof of what tokens he bought. I think he had mentioned to me that like Peanut was one of the ones that he was in on.
Yeah.
But yeah, excuse me, could it catch the eye of investigators? Possibly, but I've not seen anything that says this is a federal investigation.
Yeah, hang on. Let me see here then. So this is the post, and somewhere in this thread is where I saw investigation. So Mert saying this has been a thing a while, surfaced several months ago. Very common for visible companies, generally a nothing burger. So interesting even replied. It got that big. And then the original poster, let me see. Rico case is something something serious. Okay, yeah. Hang on. Let me get to maybe we find it. Maybe we
But
don't.
again, while you're looking for that, it's not a RICO case. They're just bringing up RICO in the lawsuit.
Got it.
Along with some securities,
Okay.
potential securities violations that they're accusing them of. But that does not mean that the feds are part of it.
Yep. Okay. Here's where that came from, and I got it twisted there. So investigation was said, but the OP came in and said he said that and it was used loosely. It's not an investigation.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that helps. Now, where I think this can turn into like the Black Swan kind of thing. Look, if it's just pump fun and if there's something there, insiders were doing something which is front running the community. I think that's the accusation. Launching a thing that they know is going to be big because they know who's going to pump it and what's going to happen. But right, they front run it. It's coordinated. Would suck. But part of this is saying that like people like on the Solana team were doing it too. And it might be, I saw co-founders mentioned at some point, but at the very least, Solana employees are mentioned here too. And that's where I think it can get kind of scarier if it's like a deeper thing on Solana. And Solana feels like the place where that happens. But
yeah, it's an issue with their validator network, right? Where they're like, they prioritize certain people, certain validators to run transactions, which to your point, allowed people to front run these token launches. So yeah, their point was that's why you see these massive green candles and then the dump, which we all kind of, I mean, to be honest with you, like I always knew insiders were in. I didn't really understand how they were in. I just was like, oh, they got it early. Like nobody knew about this token. Then they buy, then they shill it. I didn't realize that it was potentially like, no. It was known that this thing would launch. Everybody wanted to buy it, but they prioritized certain people to be able to buy it and then dump on us. It would be interesting if it does catch the eye of the feds. And it could, like, if there's a discovery process, like, we'll find out more. Like, we'll find out more in discovery. I still think it's a really long road to get there. But, like, who didn't think that there was fuckery? Like, who didn't think that?
I assumed there was, and I assumed there was a ton of it, and I assumed it's just crime is legal now and nothing's going to happen. And, dude, what if it happens? How bad could it be? And we survived one Solana Black Swan before. I kind of think Solana's only stronger now. I think we'd survive it again, but not good.
I mean, it's not a good look for the space in any way, right? It's not crazy surprising. I'm just kind of curious, like, if they do actually win, what's the fallout from that? Obviously, the attorneys make a shitload of money. Obviously, they would have to pay out a certain amount of money, but I don't know, dude. I feel like this space moves on pretty quick and people just be like, yeah, whatever. Like, there was fuckery. Surprise.
Dude,
who's surprised?
Real talk, dude. Yeah, I mean, you get like everything. Yeah, whatever is the biggest thing today, tomorrow is the nothing burger. You're already on to the next thing. It's
like
crazy.
I'm not submitting wallets to them of like, oh, I bought Peanut.
Right. Yeah,
give me money. Like whatever, man.
Yep.
These are ambulance chasers. That's what these attorneys are.
I thought that Berwick whatever was a meme. I thought it was like a clever like crypto Twitter person who was like just LARPing that they're like a lawyer or a law firm. I thought literally just to get eyeballs. I didn't think they were real, and it only hit me like today-ish that it's real.
Yeah, they're quite big.
Yeah, fuck. Well,
quite big.
Now I know. I'm also worried. Okay, bigger than that, I think that's a big deal. I think the biggest concern is that trend of projects getting acquired, their token getting left behind, I think is awful. And also, like, maybe obvious, I don't know, but it's not good. Like a month ago with Vector.fun, I think it was acquired by Coinbase. And then this week, we've got Interop Labs getting acquired by Circle, leaving their Axel token behind, not coming over. They're like, the DAO can keep it. You guys can use it for governance, but like of what? What? You killed the token. It's about the worst thing I can picture for like all of crypto is in buy the thing, you're now early in the thing. You're not investing. Oh, these are meme coins. They're just meme coins, and it's kind of all they ever were. Nothing ties that token to the product. It's not good.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because it's interesting because if the token already exists, it makes it really hard in an acquisition for whoever's acquiring it to ever have that little flashy thing to dangle to investors that they could potentially use in the future. It's like you just pulled 9 bullets out of their magazine, and so I get it. I get why they don't want it, but it's shitty. It's shitty.
Oh, it worries me, dude. It worries me. All right, I'm gonna get us to bullish, bearish. By the way, Doopies revealed today, correct?
In about an hour, I think 2 p.m. Eastern.
I didn't sell mine. I'm riding the rarity train.
If you have a Doopie, do not sell. If you've hung on this long, play the rare game. Just hope you get something.
They're one soul, like, making the supply smaller means your odds for a rarer one are up. They left all the rarest. They didn't eliminate rares, right? So better chance you get one. Also, now there's like, in a way, more of them for the size of the collection, so they're less rare. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, yeah, I follow that.
Do you have any favorite bullish bearishes you want me to pull up?
No, dude. Any of them are game.
So let's do. All right, hang on. There's some cool shit this week, man. Some cool shit. Let's even start with a wicked fun one. Like Henry and I are like UFO UAP junkies. Everybody is now, right? Everybody is. Disclosure Day. Steven Spielberg, who people have talked for years that Spielberg's a different guy. We know, like, movie making wise, yeah, but like Spielberg apparently has had access to like super secret UFO alien kind of info. Like, he's got some kind of, I don't know if he has clearance, but he's been shown things. That's the rumor or suggestion out there, right? Yeah. That Close Encounters is based on a lot of real stuff, and that ET is based on a lot of real stuff, and one of his other movies too. And it's like they use Spielberg as part of Disclosure. And how weird is it that we get the documentary about Disclosure recently? Yeah. And then Spielberg's movie's coming out called Disclosure Day. And the stuff in this trailer, which I'm almost tempted to play it, is all stuff that it's like kind of we've heard about this stuff. It kind of tracks with a lot of things we've seen and heard. Bonkers, dude.
If you're a younger person in this space, you probably haven't seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That was like one of my favorite movies as a kid. I used to love watching that. I don't know if you remember when the guy would make the plateau out of his mashed potatoes.
Hell yeah.
Like, I remember doing that with my mashed potatoes. Anyway, long story short, I'm excited for this, dude. I cannot fucking wait.
I got to play that noise she makes. That's it. I just want to play the clicky noise because it freaks me out a bit.
It's weird.
And there's a guy, I swear to God, dude, there's a guy on YouTube, well, not in real life, who he's got this shtick that he channels an alien, and he'll talk to an audience, and he did an interview once, and he goes and fucking like gets jerked around, and then he like starts making a clicky noise. The noise she makes in this when I play it is the noise the dude makes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it. This trailer looks great too. You'll get the echo thing, just a heads up. Oh, actually, no, you won't.
Good morning, Kansas City. Let's take a look at today. Today is today's.
Fuck, dude. I think it's real. If I'm a betting man, just for fun, whatever, I'm betting that that's actually what they sound like, and I'm betting that's how it works. They can kind of take over your body, or you can channel them or some shit. Bullish.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not bullish at staring into your fucking flashlight of an X feed. My God. Dark mode, dude. Never?
Oh, I forgot about that. I did it, and I changed it back. I love this.
Yeah, I know you don't like that.
Yeah. I never heard of the NBA Cup before today.
Oh, yeah. It's so lame to me.
I don't get it. A mid-season championship or
it is, and I just I don't get it. They've been doing it now for some years. This isn't like brand new or anything.
Did you see this video?
No.
Oh, yeah, real weird. I'll play it. decide if you're bullish on it happening. Watch this guy here in his hand.
Okay, Jalen Brunson, right?
Yeah.
That's who we're looking.
Yeah.
Oh wait. You got to go back a bit.
Here you go.
Okay. Oh, was he just playing around with him?
Little thumb up the ass.
Yeah, he was probably just.
That's cool.
He was probably just playing, right?
Yeah, dude. How you play with your bros?
Yeah, I'm bullish on that. That's fun.
Yeah, bros being bros. Bullish.
Yeah.
Bullish. Henry, there's a new trend. Not really a trend, but there's a thing that keeps happening, which is retarded people who just don't know any better, handling one of the most poisonous animals or creatures on this earth. You've got these, what is this? The blue...
It's like a blue octopus, right?
Yeah, it's like the blue ringed octopus. And it's in the Philippines or in Thailand or whatever. And it's like, they say it's more poisonous or dangerous than like cyanide. One of the deadliest things on the planet. And this is not the only video I've seen this week of somebody doing this. Two I've seen in the past 2 days. People just picking it up.
Oh my gosh. And they're crazy deadly. Yeah.
You dead within minutes, possibly at the most a couple hours.
Okay. Crazy
deadly. It even looks poisonous.
Yeah, that doesn't look like something you want to touch.
Not at all. People are nuts. I don't know.
I'm bullish on people doing it. I want to see somebody actually fully film their death.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I got to be bullish on it.
Yeah.
Just all of it. Pick one more bullish bearish.
Okay. Well, can I pick two?
Yeah.
Okay, go to the T Swift one. You might have to go over to the tab because I had updated it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The tour has done really well, thanks to all of our hard work. So if you will kindly read this.
You don't have to play the whole thing because I think it's a couple minutes. She basically gave after the Eras tour, her backup dancers got like $750,000 bonuses. Her truck drivers, she's done this before, got like $100K. And I'm like, you know what? That's a bad bitch. That's a bad bitch. Super cool. Very bullish on it.
Dude, more of that. Isn't that the thing that kind of helps fix stuff too? It's like sharing a little more and taking care of the people who are like helping you do your thing. And like, right, there's so much money to go around. Like we could probably be a little more giving with it. That's badass. Dude.
Yeah. And the last one on there too. I think that's
by the way, I'll throw this as well just to say like BlackRock, just like Taylor Swift.
Oh my gosh.
Gonna match the Trump account contribution. So whatever the government throws in the Trump accounts, BlackRock is gonna match it for their employees' kids. How about that?
That's cool. I'm bullish on that.
That's pretty cool. All right, our very last bullish bearish. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? 700K followers eating a little snack. Oh, dude, 2 full boxes of crumble cookies. One crumble averages 800 calories and can go over 1,000. Oh, it's impressive, dude. Let's see.
What do you guys at today for?
I can't do that voice. Should I do the voice?
You got to. Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Got 2 boxes of the crumble cookies, you guys. I'm so excited. Let's get to this is the first box, you guys.
Oh, dude.
Oh, look at that. Oh my god, I'm so excited. You know?
Just let him eat a cookie.
First
Don't
one,
stop him.
More brownies cookie. Look at that, you guys. Oh my god. Oh, that looks so good. I guess I got 2 because every time I finish these, no se me quitan antojos, so I got 2 boxes.
Yeah, you can pause it now. Did you know about my kind of slight fetish of watching, like, like my 600-pound life?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I love watching that, and I love watching them eat, and I like to eat while they're eating, and it's just it's a weird thing for me that like they appreciate food so much, and I would not enjoy watching somebody spike, some fentanyl. I wouldn't be like, oh, that's cool. But for some reason, watching somebody in their addiction of eating delicious food, I'm like, I like it.
I got something to send you then.
Okay.
I don't watch that kind of thing. In a way I do. I watch like competitive eaters and I watched them, and I love that shit. Joel Hansen, you watch Joel Hansen?
No.
Oh, you love
No.
him because he talks, he describes the food too. But he's like, the professional eaters are super fit. They work out like they do it to counter all the shit.
That won't do it for me.
Won't do it. I get
No,
why you were
no.
asking me for that other video this week now.
Yeah. I'm just like, I like, man, they love it and they make it look so good, and then it makes me want what they're having.
Yeah, I'm not bullish on that at all, dude.
That's okay. That's why we have bullish bearish. You're bearish.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot the intro video. It's okay. We don't need it.
Yeah, I guess next
It's
time.
a holiday.
You're bullish
weekend.
on that. Well, you have to be. You love it.
Dude, I'm bullish X2, bro.
Damn.
I am.
I'm gonna send you this one anyways, but this is the guy I watch, and he the guy drives me nuts. Like, I think he's annoying, but I can't. This is the one I watch. I can't stop watching it.
I'll check him out. I'll see if it does something for
It
me.
might
I'm
give you
willing to try.
tingles. It might give you that feel. It might. Which would be
Yeah.
cool. Which would be
Yeah.
cool. Fuck, dude.
We did
Well,
it.
we definitely did it.
The market
good
is
show.
dead.
Yeah.
It is more than likely over, but we're still here.
Yeah, and actually, you're gonna see us both tomorrow. We're
Oh,
back
yeah.
tomorrow. We got a special little thing going on tomorrow. Can I shill?
Of course.
We'll do the shill. All right, tomorrow. Okay, I'm excited for this. Been putting this together for a little bit now, for a hot minute now. Guys, okay, if you're like a crypto bro, actually, if you're even crypto casual, you're gonna want to check this out. Tomorrow morning, starting at 5 a.m., I am hosting a marathon 12-hour live stream, like a massive live stream with some pretty epic guests from around this space. Man, okay, let's get the right tab. Coming on the stream tomorrow, Henry the Grape will be on here. Actually, we're going to close out the show with Henry, which will be freaking awesome. We'll round it out with some NFT talk. It'll be Henry talking CyberKongs. It's going to be Link from the Cool Cats, co-founder, talking Cool Cats. We're going to have Poppy from Quirkies on there too, and I think we're going to have a couple others. Then during the day, we've got Virtuals Project. So we got Big Will coming on, Arbus, we have VPay, Dr. Emma Sage, but guys, Yatsu's coming on the show tomorrow. Dapper Labs coming on the show tomorrow. Mythical Games, Nate Geraci, who's freaking awesome, coming on. Say, Tatum, Tradeport, Troon, Webacy, Zyber, Yahoo Finance coming on the show as well. Yahoo freaking Finance is coming.
It's big, dude.
And then Jay Squig will come in to talk the crypto art space. So it's going to be a ton of fun. 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. And you can catch it over on the Crypto
Wait,
Slam.
5 a.m. Central or Eastern?
Eastern. So 4 a.m. my time. Yeah.
Wow, you're getting going early, dude.
It's just what we do. What we do
Wow.
is be a big, fun fucking stream. So I can't wait. And I'm looking forward to, honestly, most of all, like getting you on there and just doing our thing.
Rest your voice, man.
Yeah, dude. Yep. I'm going to crash early tonight. I'm ready. I'm ready. So
You know what? And people like, I had somebody the other day tell me on a Spaces, they didn't know that they just recently found out we were brothers, and they told me how much they love your content. And we were talking about how like somebody like you should be way bigger than you are, because like you're awesome. More people need to know you. More people should be following you. But like, I know the work that went into having to organize. I don't know the work, but I can imagine the work that goes into organizing these corporate places like Yahoo Finance, Cointelegraph, just getting everybody together on the same day at different times. A lot of work, and I'm excited to tune into it, and excited to do part of it with you.
That part's gonna be fun as shit. Oh, one last one. Base is coming on, and just so you know, Coinbase has like a big event today. They're revealing, I think, a bunch of products and stuff. That's it. Like I think 5 p.m. Eastern time or 6, whatever it is. That's today. But Base is coming on the show tomorrow too. That's at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. So just like tons of shit. Tomorrow's gonna be wild. We'll see you there.
Hell
Man, I love you. It's good
Love you
chat.
too, man.
We'll see you tomorrow.